Hey, can y'all hear us out there? Can you hear us? Lionz Den Radio Show, 7 p.m. Sunday night.
The only show that starts with "Can y'all hear us?" Type Y. When are we going to graduate from that? No, every show does that. Every show type Y if you can hear us.
You just got to make sure. Just got to make sure. It's just like when you watch Sports Center, they always be like, "All right, everybody, can you hear us?"
Right.
All right.
I never see them. Hey, everybody get fired.
Bruh, Stuart Scott and Dan Patrick started every show like that, bruh. All right.
Oh, they can hear us. I even seen the what's that, like the captioning.
Right, the Super Bowl, they'd be like, all right, we just live here from the Super Bowl. We just want to make sure everybody can hear us. Those
people will get so fired, bro.
We are live from the Grammys, and I just want to make sure everybody can hear and see us. All righty, call into the hotline and let us know.
It's not here.
Oh, praise. Hey, so as always, y'all know we got the best IT in the world.
That's right.
So we already know y'all can hear.
Clap your hands for yourself.
We just making sure the white man ain't sabotaging.
We do. That's a true statement right there. We have to make sure.
Because the white man will sabotage us. So,
he will push the button.
we got a heavy show today for y'all.
That's right.
The title today is called Learn Not the Way of the Heathen. Hey, if y'all can, pull it up on the screen. And while y'all pulling that up on the screen, I want to hear how everybody week went. Officer, how was your week, man?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all can start the music. Because I got beef for Northern Kingdom.
Okay.
We come on the show.
Day after day.
We come on the show trying to undo what Christ came for. Come on, brother.
Listen. Hey, I'm gonna show love because I'm gonna give some correction out
Hey,
here.
man, y'all supposed to be playing the Bella Child music, man. There you go. I want the Bella Child, man.
I can't even hear no Bella Child right now. But anyway.
That's it.
This ain't Bella Child.
I don't want Bella Child, but I want the one from Money Heist. Season 5, I want the music that they play. Season 5. But go ahead.
Hey, Northern Kingdom try to hinder the gospel, man.
All right, how they hinder the gospel?
Man, listen. Northern Kingdom by me is bougie. You got to make appointments for haircuts.
Right.
And I got to get cut because I got to record a class.
Right.
They decide after making this appointment at 3 o'clock, an hour before the appointment, he's going to text me, I'm not going to be in today.
Damn.
Then
Hold on. So they made you make the appointment.
Yes.
You make the appointment, then they say I ain't going to make it.
Right.
What?
Then they're going to tell you we accept walk-ins, and they never do. So I'm like, all right, what brother going to do?
Right.
Truth got come out. Drive an hour out my way.
Damn.
Right? Go to another Northern Kingdom spot over here, unfortunately, whatever. Got it done decently, right? But all praise to the Most High. That's why you can't mess with Northern Kingdom that's not in the truth. Because shout out to 12 Gates and Soldier Eleazar. He got me right.
That's right.
He got me right today. So I had to bring that out because I'm telling you, man, up until today, man, I don't know, man. Listen,
Next you.
I'm about to go to camp and just start rebuking the hell out of them.
So we got Soldier Eleazar
Whoa,
and 12 Gates.
Whoa. Where you come from?
Way to serve.
The official hype man of Soldier Eleazar. This brother, who's man with this?
Nah, because I think I might give 12 Gates a second try, a go around.
Hey, we gonna bring the truth out today.
No, we got Eleazar in the mix now.
Bring the truth out, man.
I got a question for you. What happened? Why do you say second try?
Why you say
tell the truth? Tell the truth too.
I had a traumatic experience, man, and I'm still trying to recover from that.
Hey, where
thing,
that
man.
violin at though?
Yep.
There you go. Go ahead.
They pushed him back.
Right.
They pushed him
Okay, you speak on that.
Hey, he pushed himself back, man.
I pushed my.
Don't ever rush a boy. He had to try to cut his hair in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. He rushed him, man.
I didn't rush him.
He said, "Hurry up! Come on, go! I gotta go! Come on, hurry up!" Man, you see what?
Officer,
Young man, haircut.
hey, what's that? I think that was you, officer.
I got
You was rushing
cut
him.
before you. I was just fine.
And you was like, yeah, let's go.
Hey, I will say this though. As much as you know how
I didn't rush him.
down.
I didn't rush him too, but you sat down with somebody being rushed.
That's a setup, bro. He sat down.
I was like, bro, I'm going to leave you right now if you don't come to be downstairs. I thought it was downstairs. I'm like, "Damn, you cut his hair?" He was like, "Yeah, I cut him." I'm like, "All right, let's go."
So you didn't notice the sweat?
The hair was
I didn't even see him.
Damn. I ain't gonna front. I usually don't rush barbers. I kind of let them do their thing because you know they got a 1, 2. Yeah, so you know what I was doing last fall. Because I get it. They artists, they trying to paint their masterpiece. Plus, I don't want them doing that to me either.
Damn.
You got my life in your hands.
Hey, so Officer Thigh, how was your week?
Keep it short and sweet.
Fresh
man.
from the playoffs. Right. This year.
Hey.
Finally get to come.
Y'all give it up for LeBron James, y'all. LeBron James.
James.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
LeBron James.
Going fishing.
Yeah. But my week was great, man. You know what I mean? My highlight of the week is always the Sabbath day.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? That's all I'm worried about. But captivity as usual, man. Was able to up my skills last night doing the bowling. You know what I'm saying? We had a good time with the brethren, but besides
Did you
that,
win
man,
any rounds?
you know what? I took off on the second play. I started to take
So
off.
you
I
didn't
had
answer the
Officer
question.
Micaiah. Hey, Cap. I had Officer Micaiah on his toes. He was nervous.
Did you win?
I didn't win.
Okay,
I didn't win though.
All praise.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
More to come
Yeah,
on
right,
that. More
right,
to come
right,
on
right.
that.
All right. Hey, Officer Mikey, how was your week, man?
Well, the week was good, man. The highlight of the week was last night.
That's right.
Hey, and it's not what you think. The night
Oh yeah.
was capped off by the Israelites saving lives.
That's right.
What?
The Israelites saved somebody's life last night. Shout
that
out
was
to
crazy.
Officer Abner and Soldier Solomon.
Right.
And we have the video, just in case anybody wants to say, no, y'all didn't. No, we did it. It's on video. And the dumb black woman talking about don't
Right.
record.
Yeah.
Now we're going to protect ourselves at all times.
So we're not a hate group.
Right.
That's
Definitely,
right.
man. The first thought of the brothers was to help this person.
Right.
So all that talk is some BS. But that was a natural reaction. They didn't say, oh, is he Israel? Is he from a different nation?
Right.
They went and they saved the man's life, straight up. And they found drugs in the man's mouth.
Wow.
Damn.
That's going to leave it at that, man.
Listen,
So-
too much future.
I'm gonna paint the picture for y'all because Mikey went kind of straight to it. We was bowling. We was at the bowling alley. We was at the bowling alley last night doing our men's night out, and the bartender was zooted. All right, and he got so zooted. He was so wasted that he passed out. And
We thought he had a seizure. We thought he was having a seizure.
We thought he had a seizure. Well, he probably did have a seizure. And the brothers that have the knowledge and understanding, they ran back there and brought the brother, nursed him back to life. And guess who told us to stop protecting him?
You already know.
The black woman.
Damn.
bro.
Damn, bro.
The black woman stopped us.
God dog.
So, hey, yeah, like you said, for those who have a misnomer that we're a hate group and all that, no, that's not the case at all. So, Officer Micaiah, how was your week?
Hey, this week was fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang, life of a white man.
Damn.
Oh. Damn.
Hey,
How'd it go? How'd it go?
I'm gonna put an asterisk by that one now. Fantastic for being in captivity. All praise to the Most High.
As good as it can get.
Right. Had did a lot of major work with the prepping.
Okay.
Got some water barrels for people in the city. So all praise to the Most High for that thing for the low.
Right.
For the low.
Hey, you all right, man? You
Yeah.
came through.
Yeah. All praise to the Most High. All praise.
All praise.
Had the beautiful night out with the brethren.
Yep,
you know, had a little bit more fellowship this afternoon.
Right,
That's
right.
top secret though. We can't let y'all know about that.
They're some real men now.
Yeah.
They're pumping it. They're beating their chest now.
Hey,
That's what it sound like.
What we also found out last night is brothers. There's certain brothers that got super special defensive techniques.
Right.
When they hold their hands like this.
That's the inside joke.
This
You gotta hear that one, Cap.
This will ward off any Negro within 5 yards.
Right.
He see this, it's a wrap.
Was somebody about to fight last night? What's going on?
No.
I seen that before. That mean you ready to fight somebody.
Or not fight. Or not fight.
Or just stand there and look crazy.
Yeah.
It's a throw him off, huh?
Yeah, right. So you don't know what you're doing. Or if you don't pay attention to you, it's gonna do nothing. Right. That's what it's gonna do.
Hold on. So somebody else used that tactic against us?
No, this is actually
Okay.
a year ago we went to camp and a brother who thought he ran the whole city of Tampa
Right.
decided to pull up on the camp.
He hopped out.
See, Officer Eladai's teaching. He's like, hey man, why don't you pull up? He's like, I will.
Right.
Jumps out the car, tries to get in Captain Kemuel's face, and one of our beloved brothers in IUIC Orlando, all praise to the Most High, just
No, hold on. It was Tampa, and it switched to Orlando.
Yeah.
we all IUIC Orlando.
At that time, it was IUIC Tampa. At that time, when it was going down,
Tampa has no camp.
that was Tampa.
All right,
There you go. Correct.
right, exactly.
Say Orlando West.
So yeah, Orlando West came up on the brother and was just
Yeah.
That's what we did, and that's what they did.
That's what
what
our
the
brother
brother
did. Our brother, our beloved brother.
He's still with us?
Just he's still with us. He's still
Hey,
with
you know what's funny about it? It
Oh,
actually
man.
attracted the guy's attention. That's
Yeah.
what was crazy.
He was worried.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, the dude is just, like, on him, like, yeah, off of that. Hey, the Lord caught the victory,
All praise.
you know.
So we found out that the brother was not Tien from
Right.
Dragon Ball Z. He did not have a tri-beam cannon.
Right.
It didn't work.
All right, it was no beams coming out of them triangles he was
man.
holding. All right.
Hey, Officer Ezekiel, how was your week, man?
My week was stupendous.
Okay.
The hell is this?
Nah. My week was good. We went bowling and I won a round.
You won a round?
I did.
All praises.
I got the highest score.
You got a strike?
What,
Yeah,
what-
no,
How many
not
strikes
a,
you got? You didn't get no strike.
I don't want to. I don't want to tell you what I
What'd you
bowled.
bowl,
All
man?
I want to
Damn.
say is, I came through and I did my thing.
What'd you bowl, man?
I got 100.
He was on the scrub lane, man. He was on the scrub lanes. You know what I mean?
I bowled over 100 every time they win one.
100 was like last place on our lanes.
Hey, but you know who came up to
So
show up?
one with 100.
Soldier David.
Yeah.
Walked up in there
Oh, yeah, with the
the
ball.
fresh bowling bag, the
Custom
brand
ball.
new custom ball.
Stay on the towel, too.
Man, listen.
Gutter ball.
Brother bowled a 35. 35.
Hey, growing up like New York, the dudes that come to the park with
Right.
the fresh J's and outfits?
Yep.
Yeah, they get the business.
They get worked, huh?
Yep.
Stop being a damn fool.
Hey, man. All praise. So the people enjoying it, man. Hey, so hey y'all, today we got a lot of content. So hey, all praises. We able to hopefully y'all can feel our love for each other in the show for those that are down and out that are watching. But we're gonna get into it. Let's get into these current topics real quick, then we're gonna get into the actual main topic. Let's pull up that first article. Read that.
I got you. This is Atlanta Black Star. You don't even treat animals like that. Jury finds prison guard guilty in beating death of 65-year-old Illinois inmate he believed was being difficult. Now he faces life in prison.
So, this incident, a brother was beat to death while in prison, and they actually going to, I don't know if they charged him or he already convicted, but they beat him to death while he's in prison. This is showing you these prisons, these jails, they are not places, what they call them, they say it's called the correctional facilities or Department of Corrections.
Mhm.
That ain't what's going down in these prisons. That is not what's going down. Go ahead, read that.
A former Illinois corrections officer faces life in prison for brutally assaulting a man in his custody and covering up his actions. On April 25th, a jury found Alex Banta, 30, guilty of conspiracy to deprive and deprivation of Larry Irvin's civil rights, which led to inmates' death. According to reports, 13 guards were involved in the Irvin's fatal beating in a blind spot at the Western Illinois Correctional Center in Brown County, Illinois in 2018.
Three of them.
Three of them were charged in the incident.
So, this happened in 2018. 13 guards participating in the beating of an inmate that led to his death. And it's not by chance. They did it in a blind spot. I don't know if any of y'all ever worked in security or worked in prison. They know where the blind spot's at.
Yeah.
They prep and they go over that stuff all the time so they don't end up in those places.
It's made to have a blind spot.
There you go.
Right.
There you go. So say that again.
It's made to have a blind spot.
So what you're saying is they do that so they can get some stuff done if they need to.
Absolutely. I do that as part of my profession, and
Oh, damn. You was part of the crew?
nah, not part of that profession, but
One of the beatdown boys.
so
Rick Ross, Oh, Ross. I understand, Rose.
Damn.
No, sir.
nah, right, nah. I be hooking up cameras, and for real, that's one of the
okay,
first things
okay.
you scout out.
Right.
So something like the prison system. Come on, they got money.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing.
Right.
That's why I say it's done on purpose.
Damn. All right, read that.
The jury in the federal case could not agree on Banta's co-defendant, Lieutenant, told Cheryl's role in the killing. Banta was also found guilty of obstruction of an investigation, falsification of documents, and misleading conduct. He faces a possible life sentence.
He faces a possible life sentence. Scroll down to Irvin 65.
Irvin, 65, lived with schizophrenia and was homeless at the time of his arrest for petty theft in 2015.
Y'all see this? So this is what's called a cycle. You're homeless, you have no money. Give me Proverbs 6. So what do? What do you do when you're homeless and you have no money? You steal. You steal. So instead of understanding that this man doesn't have money or he doesn't have shelter, instead of providing him with the things he needs as a society, because America got money. How many billions has America sent to Ukraine already?
They're trying to send like 35 more right now.
Billions, trillions of money that quick. But meanwhile, you throw a man that's mentally ill, not stable, who's homeless, you throw him in prison instead of trying to really rehabilitate him or correct him.
Hey, Cap, you ever catch that show, what's it called, Atlanta?
Nah.
They actually, they make a play on real life events in the community. That was one of the things. The dude kept showing up in there and the dude was like, yo, doesn't he belong in a mental facility? Everybody's like, man, shut up.
There you go. Go ahead. You got that?
What you want to Cap?
Proverbs 6, I think it is what it says.
Verse 30.
Yeah, if a man steal.
Yes, sir. The book of Proverbs, chapter 6 and verse 30. Men do not despise a thief.
What? Read it again.
Men do not despise a thief.
He's saying men do not despise a thief. Read.
If he steal to satisfy his soul.
If he do what?
If he steal to satisfy his soul.
This man was homeless and hungry. He got no money. It says, and notice, it said petty theft. What that mean? He probably stealing something to eat.
Right.
Read.
If he steal to satisfy his soul when he is hungry. But if he be found, he shall restore sevenfold. He shall give all the substance of his house.
Y'all see that? He shall give all the substance of his house. But guess what? He was homeless.
Right.
He ain't got nothing to give.
Right.
That's why go to Exodus 28. I mean, I want 14 about how we ordained and how we handled things like this back when you were in a righteous place. You wouldn't have these people. Well, you would. You always had a poor amongst us, but we had a system set up to take care of brothers like that.
Right.
Exodus 28.
22.
Yeah, 22.
You got it?
I want the tithes. You know what I want. Tithing.
Oh, okay.
Deuteronomy 14. I'm sorry.
Deuteronomy 14.
29. 14 and 29. So this is what should have happened for this man right here.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14 and verse 29. And the Levite, because he hath no part nor inheritance with thee, and the stranger.
And the what?
And the stranger.
And the stranger.
And the fatherless.
And the fatherless. Read.
And the widow. Which are within thy gates.
Read.
Shall come and shall eat and be satisfied, that the Lord thy God may bless thee in all the work of thine hand which thou doest.
Y'all see that? So those that were less fortunate were taken care of when we ruled our land.
Right.
But here in America, the land of milk and honey, where we print our own greenbacks.
Bring it out.
You can't take care. The way you solve your problem with your poor is you throw them in jail.
Right.
You throw them in prison. I'm telling y'all, we're going to get into it further as we get into this show.
Land of opportunity.
Right. This place is backwards, and everything we learn here is backwards. Go to the next article.
I got to show this, man.
Yeah.
We're going to play Esau Advocate. They're going to say, y'all biased as hell.
Right.
Look at these guys right here.
It says Fox 13, Tampa Bay. Prosecutors. Florida prison guards charged with murder for beating handcuffed inmate to death.
So pull the pictures up.
Damn.
Look at these.
All Jake.
Jake in Northern, and look like that's Northern Kingdom.
That's Northern Kingdom.
So we don't condone this either.
Right.
These are three idiots. And now go to the next article. Look who they beat. You know, Esau gonna say like, okay, they always talking about what about what's done to us. We don't condone none of this stuff.
Right.
So go to the next thing I posted. You're gonna show the picture of who they beat. So if you go to the next thing on the Lionz Den group on the Telegram and you press the button, you're going to see.
I think they want us to pay.
Looking at it right here.
Yeah, it's different on your phone.
Yeah. That's the clickbait to it.
So show this right here.
You can get a screenshot.
Right. Show this right here. I'm just showing what picture where they beat.
Talking to you, Mike. So what we showing y'all is we don't condone any of these evil actions, but we showing you primarily who these things happen to? Our people. Look, they beat a white man to death. And
Yeah, he was on death row.
Yep, mental health. It says he was housed in the infamous mental health unit. Yep. That's what's going on in the prisons. That's what's going on. Go to give me that in Isaiah about the prison houses. Isaiah. Show y'all something real quick about who's in there, because the officer just brought that out to show y'all that we ain't biased. But guess what? The majority of these stories is talking about us. It's funny. I was going through social media the other day, and I saw the clip of what's it called with the five brothers? The five
Central Park.
Central Park 5. Yeah. Man, I saw that movie again, just a few clips. I was like, damn, that thing had me. Now I got 3 sons. I'm like, bruh, this thing is crazy. We got to revisit that thing once a year, man, because that thing is crazy.
Yeah, that's not even something they're gonna talk about a lot neither.
Nah. It was all over the place at one point. Then they
to make money.
Yep. You got it.
The book of Isaiah.
If you work in that system, that's not something you should be doing.
Right.
If you repent Israelite, you work in that system, you shouldn't beat somebody to death.
There you go.
Because the Most High going to judge you too. Now they going to be on death row.
Yep. Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 42 and verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
This is a people robbed and spoiled. Read.
They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses.
And they are what?
And they are hid in prison houses.
And they are hid in prison houses. A lot of these stories ain't gonna be on mainstream news and media.
Right.
We got to bring these things to you so you can see what's going on with your own people.
Right.
What was the movie, the 13th Amendment? That was one movie that shed light on the prison system.
Right.
But those numbers, those glaring, unequal numbers are the same.
Yeah.
But you mean to tell me only one person took the time to make a movie to highlight that?
Right.
Come on, man. That don't make sense. $1 billion industry built on blacks and Hispanics, and one movie director was bold enough to make a movie to highlight. It made no sense. Was that it on that?
They are for a prey, and none delivereth.
You see that? None delivereth. Read.
For a spoil, and none saith restore.
That's the key part. Nobody says to restore the Israelites back to, and it's funny that it reads it like that, because what's supposed to be going on in the prison system? They call it corrections.
Right.
They call it corrections. The problem is, like we always say, they don't have the solution that deals with the issues that put our people in these situations. Right. We showed you before, if somebody's poor, you're supposed to have a system set up to where you can take care of those that are less fortunate.
Right.
If somebody is a whoremonger, you're supposed to show them marriage is honorable and all.
Right.
If somebody is overeating, you got to show them, hey, you're only supposed to eat enough that is sufficient for thee. Right. So on and so forth. We got the solution for whatever the problem is. Meanwhile, the white man and his science and his knowledge, he can't stop what's going on with our people. You can't correct something that you broke.
Right.
Go ahead.
You know the prime example of that? You're right. You probably got to revisit this. Khalif Brower.
Yep.
If it's corrections, right? And he's wrongly in there for such a length of time, and look what happened to the brother. Ain't nothing get corrected.
Nope.
Brother ended up killing himself, man.
That's crazy too, because the other day I was watching 12 Years a Slave, right, with my wife. I was going through the curses. I was just going into the mindset, like even when our people was released from slavery, right? When we was released, what did we have to go? Like, what do we have to go forward to, establish ourselves and our families from that point on? We weren't taught, or we weren't being prepared to sustain our own lives after that.
Right.
So it's similar to the prison system as well. When they in there, like you said, they're not being corrected. They're not trying to progress these brothers in life. So when they get out, they'll do better things.
Yep.
They get adjusted to the system, and when they get out, a lot of them can't manage their lives when they out and about in the world, and they end up going right back into that because that's all they know.
Hey, what do they call? They call it institutionalized.
Yep.
They say once you get in, you institutionalize.
Right.
They do certain things because they get used to that lifestyle.
Right.
Meanwhile, if they really they should live a normal life. They should get up at 8 o'clock.
Right.
They should go to work or whatever that is till 5, eat, and then come back. But that ain't what's going on.
Hey, Cap, brothers come home and start doing some strange stuff. You trying to tell them, like, bro, you home. What's wrong with you? Like, you ain't gotta cook no goulash, bro. Like, what's wrong with you? Try it.
Phone check.
Yeah.
Phone check. Damn. So, hey, go to the next article. Next article should be article number 2, I believe. All right. So, those of you that have your Muslim friends out there, I know I'm in the school system, so I'm seeing some of my students, they like, oh, I'm kind of tired. I ain't ate yet. And I was like, what the hell you doing? Like, oh, it's Ramadan. I was like, Ramadan?
Uh-oh.
What is Ramadan? I knew what it was. I know they do it. I knew they do it. But I was like, all right, let me look up what this is. Because I was like, nowhere in the Bible do I read about fasting for 40 days. I don't read it except when Christ did it.
Right.
I don't see it as a whole holy day. I've never seen it in the scriptures. So
it's not even truly fasting. They only doing it during the hours of daylight.
I was going to say,
we finna watch it.
I'm like, they ain't fasting for no 4
I had
days.
a conversation with somebody about that. We first came to buy my father-in-law before he passed. And he told me that. And I was like, what is that? He said, we fast 40 days. And I was like, bro, you ain't going to eat no food?
Right.
He's like, what are you talking about? So I was like, you believe in the Bible, right? He's like, yeah. And then we read it. He was like, huh. I was like, yeah, you might want to go look into that.
Yep. Hey, press play.
Each year, for 30 days, 1.5 billion Muslims around the world fast during the month of Ramadan.
Pause it. So it says there's 1.5 billion Muslims on the earth. Hey, type in African American Muslims. Let's see how many of those are African Americans. That's a lot of people. 1.5 billion following a false religion, y'all. We already showed the numbers. How many was it Christianity when Bishop Kanai did the class?
Oh, damn.
It was like more than half of the world, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right, what did it say?
Too much.
How many? Can you read that?
Oh, I'm sorry. African American Muslims. African American Muslims also
Colloquially.
thank you.
Yes, sir.
Colloquially.
Hey, he told you still couldn't say it.
Damn.
Known as Black Muslims are an African American religious minority. About 1% of African Americans are Muslims.
So only 1% of us are Muslims. It ain't a lot, Reed.
Nonetheless, African American Muslims account for over 20% of American Muslims.
Yet we count for over 20% of the American Muslims. So that means we make up a large portion. Go ahead.
They represent one of the larger minority Muslim populations of the United States, as there is no ethnic group that makes up the majority of American Muslims.
You know why? Because it's a false religion. So anybody can be a Muslim. Right. Look at the numbers, total population.
6,600,000 to 825,000.
So there's almost 1 million people following this false religion here in America. 1 million of our brothers and sisters. That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
So we got to wake them up. Go back to the thing.
I'm trying to figure out why they got to eat them by explaining to Muslims. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Why not?
Play everything else.
That's a new one on me. I ain't never seen that before.
The white man is everything.
Right.
Each year, for 30 days, 1.5 billion Muslims around the world fast during the month of Ramadan. You may have heard about Ramadan as a time during which followers of Islam abstain from food and drink each day from dawn until sunset. But there's much more to this month than simply not eating or drinking. Ramadan is the 9th month of the Islamic lunar calendar. Being lunar means, in effect, that within the span of every 30 years or so, the month of Ramadan falls in each of the 4 seasons, hence the just nature of the lunar system. Just imagine the month arising at the same time every summer or every winter, which brings us to an interesting question. It's hard enough to abstain from food and water for a whole day. How do people do it in the summer? Not even water? Actions that Muslims are commanded to avoid during fasting hours include eating, drinking, smoking, having sex, and the list.
Pause.
Yes.
So hold on, y'all.
Bang.
So what they're telling us is in the Muslim religion, smoking is allowed. Apparently,
Right up. It is. I used to
no problem.
work with a lot of Iraqis and Iraqi Americans and all of that, and yeah, they be smoking. Yo,
we appreciate it.
But yeah, yo, all of that, like, it's just like Christianity. Like, it's all fake because they'll play like they're all holy and all of that,
Right.
and they'll do the Ramadan and they'll do the prayers and all of that. But then, yo, after work, they be wilding out, yo.
Yeah.
They
Got a
be
pack of them
gambling
things.
and I don't even want to get into it. They be straight
So
wilding.
it says to avoid smoking. I want to touch something else. It also said they don't eat from sunrise to sunset.
Yeah.
I want y'all to know something. That's not how you measure a day.
Hey, so they brothers is doing intermittent fasting.
They intermittent fasting.
Intermittent fasting, Ramadan. Okay.
Now, what they do right, that's even better than the Christian churches. They don't eat or drink anything. So that's one thing that's good. But they're doing it wrong. Go to Leviticus. Let's show you how you measure a day, a full day according to the Bible. Leviticus 23 and 32. Yep.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23 and verse 32. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls.
This is the real fast, and this is the only time mandatory fast we have in the scriptures, once a year, the Day of Atonement. Right. Now, one thing as we go throughout this video, they don't give you one scriptural reference of where it comes from. I don't even know if it's in the Quran. Damn. I think this is like Christmas. Read.
In the 9th day of the month at even, from even unto even.
Read it again.
From even unto even.
So from sundown to sundown, that is a full day according to the Bible. Right. Which the Quran, Muslims, they say they read the Bible. They say it goes hand in hand with this ain't adding up. Right. And y'all got to show me where we supposed to fast for 40 days in the scriptures. What feast day is that? I don't find it. Now, ain't nothing wrong with it. If you want to get closer, that's fine. But what I'm saying is I don't see it in the scriptures. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, press play.
Continues. Then they are free vis-a-vis these actions until daybreak of the following day. The time to break the fast, or in other words, to feast, coincides with sunset. It is often a fun time for families and friends who share meals and invite each other over for dinner or dine with their local community at a mosque or center. Obviously, there are exceptions. For someone with health concerns who requires medications throughout the day, fasting is not an option for them. In general, where fasting compromises an ill person's pace of treatment or prognosis, they are ordered to refrain. Other exceptions include pregnant women, nursing mothers, postpartum women, children, travelers, and seniors who either cannot tolerate fasting or upon whom fasting is harmful. Almost everyone else, fasting is fair game. The month of Ramadan is a time of reflection and self-improvement in terms of oneself, one's behavior with other people, and one's relationship with the divine. Fasting has much inner and outer wisdom underlying it. It is a way for a person to feel solidarity with the millions of poor and hungry people around the world who are fasting daily.
So this is the story behind it. They say they do this so they can be in solidarity with the poor. What? But I was like, where's this at in the scriptures? I need they gave no scriptural reference, so maybe I'm out of whack. Those that are Muslim or Islam, show me this in the Quran and show me this in the Bible and show me what Jesus did.
Right.
And he told everybody else to do it. I want to see it. Because I don't see it in my Bible. Y'all see it in y'all Bible?
Hell no.
Hell no.
That's what Christ said, you know not what ye worship. They don't know what y'all doing out there.
There you go.
Right. No idea.
No idea. Let me see. What we had next? Because I ain't going through this whole thing. What was number 3?
Oh, yeah.
Are we getting into the show? We're getting into the show now? Yep, we're getting into the show. Perfect. So,
Get it in.
now we getting into the bulk of the show, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we came for. Learn not the way of the heathen. And actually, the one we just went into it actually was a good roll into this.
Yeah.
Because what we're going to show you here in America and throughout the whole world, everything that we do, predominantly that's mainstream, it was taught to us by our oppressors.
Right.
And what we're going to show you today, everything that the white man, the Arab man, the African man esteems, it's the exact opposite viewpoint that God has on that.
Right.
The exact opposite. I'll give you an example.
Right.
God says the 7th day is to keep holy.
Yeah.
Right.
They say keep the 1st day holy.
Right.
Okay.
Opposite.
God says make no idols to bow down and worship them.
Right.
The Catholic Church says put all the idols you can find and worship all of them.
Right.
You got to kiss baby Jesus' toes.
Right. God says my son is black.
Right.
The white man says, no, he's white.
Hold up.
God says pork is an abomination.
Unclean.
The white man says it's the new white meat.
Right.
So we're gonna go through all of these different what's the word I'm looking for? Makai, what's the word I'm looking for?
Bring it out.
Examples?
Nah, it was examples, but it's
basic.
I need a bigger word. I need when something is the opposite of what you thought it was.
Contrary.
No. All right. I give you time. You ain't been studying for your bar.
Yeah, sorry.
But we're gonna show you a lot of things that are opposite than what God says. The white man put it upside down. So let's start with this.
Contradictory.
There you go. There you go. We're going to go to a lot of contradictory statements and things that are in our culture. Go ahead. Press play. We're going to start with this to get the party started.
Every story. Not one, but two. A story is not one-sided. A story has a duality. There's two sides to every story. What brings to mind the phrase, necessary evil. Now, I know many of you may hear the phrase necessary evil and you say to yourself, that don't even make no sense to me. Can't be no such thing as necessary. How's evil necessary? That don't match. That's plaids and stripes, evil and necessary. You see, because without bad, there is no good. Without light, there is no dark. You need both these things. You know what I'm saying? If every day is a sunny day, well, then what's a sunny day? Well, the bottom line, brothers and sisters, what I'm trying to tell you tonight is that evil is necessary. Evil is necessary. Thereby, if it's necessary, evil must be good. Evil is good.
Hey, this almost sounds like Creflo Dollar saying, "Not keep the." You ain't got the
That's
kick.
exactly what
It almost sounds just like it.
That's exactly.
Go ahead, press play. It sounds very familiar.
That's what I think. It must be. Evil must be good. Let me hear y'all say it. Evil is good. That's right. Evil is good. Take Brother Brown, for instance. One of our strongest deacons. Pillar of stability. Brother Brown was down on Bushwick Avenue last night with a $2 hoe. I didn't know she was no hoe. Now that's evil. When you tell your wife, I'm gonna go see mama, then you go down on Bushwick Avenue and get you a $2 hoe. That's evil. But Brother Brown had a good time with that $2 hoe. You can push a $2 hoe to the line. She don't have no limits. Evil and good.
So that is what we've learned here.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Whatever comes to your pastor mind, whatever the white man has taught you has been accepted. It's good.
Right.
Even though it's evil. And we're going to go through and show you all of this evil right before your eyes. What we got first? Oh, so this is how it started, y'all. Press play.
Inside Washington's Museum of the Bible, a single volume that is like no other. The so-called Slave Bible. Remarkable not for what's in it, but for what's not.
So about 90% of the Old Testament's been removed and about 50% of the New Testament's been removed.
Paul.
To put it another...
So what they taught us in slavery, he said 90% of the Old Testament taken out. 50% of the New Testament taken out. Dang. We couldn't read, write, or understand the language that was being taught to us.
Right.
So what was given to us? Evil was good. Right. And now, when the Israelites tell you, hey, that ain't what the Bible says, you say, no, that's good.
Damn.
And we just like, they still got the slave mind. But we showing you the origins now that we can see. Right. So now we going back. We trying to be like Harriet Tubman. Hey, it's a crazy statement Harriet Tubman said. She said, I saved 1,000. She said something along the lines of, I saved 1,000, but if
I could have saved more.
Right, if they knew they were slaves or something like that. Yep.
Damn.
That's what we at right now. We got thousands.
They ain't know they were slaves. They just
IUIC
like
is deep. We deep. But guess what? If y'all knew how many people we ran into,
right?
Wow.
Yeah, for real.
If they knew what they was really in.
Right.
If they really knew. So, press play.
Other way, a normal King James Version has 1,189 chapters in it. The Slave Bible has only 232.
Missing are chapters and verses that might have encouraged uprisings. Book of Exodus, redacted. No story of Moses demanding Pharaoh, let my people go. Gone is Galatians, and the verse, there is neither bond nor free, for ye are all one in Christ Jesus.
Pause.
Uh-oh.
Listen here.
That's this scripture right there.
This show you the white man said he took out anything that even they would have misinterpreted. Like, no, hell no.
Can't be Obi-Wan.
Now
we can't be equal.
Right now they use that scripture.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Y'all see that? That's the backwardness of Christianity. Go ahead, press play.
And know Jeremiah. Woe unto him that useth his neighbor's service without wages.
What they've left in are verses such as Ephesians 6:5, which is the famous verse, slaves, be obedient to your master.
Looking at this Bible, it's hard to tell that anything's been taken out of it.
That's correct. I mean, it looks like a normal book. For many enslaved Africans, this would have been the first time they were exposed to the Bible.
A Bible selectively edited to instill obedience, using religion to underpin the horror of slavery. When people encounter this exhibit, what lasting impression do you want them to leave with?
But we want to pass the message on that may this never happen again.
You know, they couldn't use this Bible for maybe 100 years or so afterwards.
Right.
Because the ones that were first taken, we knew what the Bible said.
Right.
Yeah.
We had those scriptures.
Yep.
This probably. I mean, I'm just guessing. This came a generation afterwards. After that first one died off.
Yep.
We wouldn't have believed this at all.
When they took they took the heads of the cities and villages that we were living in. Yeah. So those were the top. Those were the chief men. The elders. After they died off, then they was able to enact everything that they wanted to. Because them brothers, they spoke other languages. They was wise men. The welders, the lawyers, the teachers, all those different facets of life. They took them first. So why do we go there? Learn not the way of the heathen. Let's read that real quick. Give me that in Jeremiah. Because a lot of times when we read it, we only tie it to Christmas. But guess what? Christmas is only one facet of this world. There's 365 days, and we still ain't got delivered up out of captivity. Nope. The Most High ain't keeping us here for one sin. There's a lot of things that we doing. Read that.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
Unto you, O house of Israel. The Most High is speaking to one people and one people only. I don't care what vocab Malone tell you. I don't care what your pastor tell you. Read the Bible. The Bible is to the Israelites.
That's right.
Read.
Thus saith the Lord. Learn not the way of the heathen.
Do what?
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Learn not the way of the heathen. We just gave you a prime example. Your mainstream Christianity that was taught to you, that was given to you, the doctrine that you know and love, it was given to you by your slave master. Right. And everything that is built around it was given to you to keep you in a mind state to not go against the masters and the rulers of that time. That's right. And it ain't changed till today. That's what y'all fail to understand.
Exactly.
Y'all think now, oh yeah, everything's good now. They love us. So when you see the Jude 3 project and you see these white men, oh no, we all one in Christ Jesus. Right. They just flip it in a different way. They understood. Bishop Kanai said all the time. They understood if you keep them in hard bondage forever, eventually they're going to rise up on their own. They're like, hey, this is horrible. Right. But if you give them hope, if you say, look, man, you can piss in the same bathroom as me.
That's that crafty counsel.
Right. Now, you can't come to my neighborhood because you can't afford it. But one of y'all might make the league. You might be a millionaire. Right. And you can live less to this C- doctor. You know, maybe you can be the greatest athlete of all time and you can live next to Bob, who works at the gun store, whose father owned a bunch of slaves back in the day.
Right. Hey, now here's the example of that, because you hear those old ball players saying, back in my day, we was going to get paid this. Right. Now the kids make millions. That's to keep them, give them that hope, pay them more money, knowing everybody ain't going to make it to the league, and just keep us, because sports and our people, it ain't going nowhere. They keep making it easier to get in and make that. Same thing with the rappers. Same with the rap in the music industry. Keep they dangling that carrot over our face, keep us in that whole system.
That's J. Cole got a song about that. It's called Neighbors. He basically talk about how he moved into the rich white neighborhood away from his hood, and the hook in the song is called "The Neighbors Think I'm Selling Dope."
Yeah,
he got his house raided off of that thing because they thought he was selling drugs out there.
Hey, I got a clip of Method Man talking about how they making money. He's like, I don't know, I don't make that. But he can't connect the fact that they get. When he said the music is trash, how they getting this money? He can't connect the fact that they're gonna keep him in that system.
Damn.
That's why it's called a trap.
Yep, a trap. There you go. So now that we got that part out of the way, we showed you where we come from. We showed you the doctrine. Now we're gonna attack some of these doctrines, y'all. So don't pull out your scripture that the white man taught you to come against it. Just accept. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I get one right quick?
Yeah.
Hey, can we go to 2nd Ezra chapter 14? Going into when they destroyed the Bible, right? When they took scriptures out of it. It said, what, 90%? 90% of the Old Testament and 20% of the New Testament.
Yep.
Today, we have the full Bible, right? In these Christian churches, but they say don't read the Old Testament. So it's the same exact thing.
That's a heavy point.
You go into the church and they ain't reading that one scripture. So even though you have it in your face, they still not reading it. It's the same exact thing.
That's a heavy point.
2nd Ezra chapter 14. You can start at verse 20.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14 and verse 20. Behold, Lord, I will go as thou hast commanded me.
Right.
And reprove the people which are present.
Right. So at the time of Ezra, he says, I'm going to go and reprove and correct the people. Right. Go ahead.
But they that shall be born afterward, who shall admonish them?
But he said he's worried about the generations to come.
Right.
Because it was a reason why he said that, because the books of the Bible, they were destroyed at this point in time, right? Read on.
Thus the world is set in darkness.
It says the world is set in darkness because we didn't have the laws of God. Go ahead.
And they that dwell therein are without light.
Read on.
For thy law is burnt.
Right. Same thing that we just saw in the video. Thy law is burnt. They destroyed the scriptures, right? Read on.
Therefore no man knoweth the things that are done of thee. Or the works that shall begin.
Right. So the purpose of him wanting to rewrite it is to admonish the people.
There you go.
And they understood that in slavery, we got to get rid of this because this might give them hope. They might rebel. They might realize that, hey, this is talking about us. You see what I'm saying?
That's heavy.
Same thing.
Hey, that's a heavy scripture. That's a heavy scripture. That boy's back. Brian James.
Bring it out.
The scriptures say, where there is no vision, the people perish.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV.
Do you know history?
I'm going to show you and prove to you that the Israelites are black, were always black.
Dance floor time, just move up your body. Don't get loose and groove on the body. Bruise, wine.
Put on the armor, the procedure complete. Me nah go back, nah retreat. All traitors, every Jezebel must get delete. Me no sleep on a demon, me keep a full clip. Conspire me downfall, cause them want see me slip. Stay close to the real ones, we seal off and legit. Cause I gotta use them to keep your soul from the pit. This a war life, I swear the damn thing.
So let's get into it. We're gonna look up something called the Blue Laws. Press play.
Want a swig of whiskey? If it's Sunday, depending what state you're in, you may not buy this bottle. That's because Sunday is a day of worship. You're supposed to be in a Christian church. But wait a second, aren't we supposed to have religious freedom in America? Some religions worship on different days. And also, even if you go to church Sunday, why can't you buy a bottle after church? Because blue laws, which date back to colonial times, still ban that in a dozen states. Originally, they outlawed regular Sunday work. No buying, no selling, traveling, public entertainment, or sports even.
Pause. So this let you know, when America got here, remember, you had the Puritans, you had all of these different people. They came here because of religious persecution. They came under the pretense that they wanted to do what the Bible said. So they set up some of these laws and statutes based off what? The Bible. They set it, so hold on. They understood at this point that you couldn't buy, you couldn't sell. They understood how to keep the Sabbath. Now they kept it on the wrong day, but they understood there were certain tenets that you couldn't do.
Had to abide by.
Now you know what's funny about it? When I went to Mississippi, in the state of Mississippi, you can't buy alcohol in certain places. Like in the city in Starkville where I lived at, it was a dry county. Sundays you can't buy. I was like, I'm from Florida. I'm like, what the hell? What you mean? I wasn't drinking or nothing, but I was like, that's weird. I was like, why they do that? I didn't understand where it came from. They had these blue laws enacted. Somebody has something on that?
Does that have anything to do with Chick-fil-A?
They got everything to do with Chick-fil-A. That got everything to do with Chick-fil-A.
I tried to go earlier, but it didn't work out.
What you mean? Oh, you ain't know Chick-fil-A was closed?
They was closed.
Hold
They
on,
closed
don't
every
tell me
Sunday.
don't tell me you just now found it out.
Hey, that be the day you want it. You be like,
every Sunday.
Yeah.
It literally happens every Sunday. I forget. Get close. I'm like, dang, it's Sunday.
You got from
Because guess what? Because the white man understands the Sabbath.
Right.
He understands it, but he care about what America pushes more than what God says.
Right.
Because somehow you got white Seventh-day Adventists. And then when you ask them, why do we keep it on Sunday? They'll quote Colossians 2:16.
Yep.
They'll say, well, you can go any day. Like, hold on, that's just confusion.
Right.
Anyway, continue.
Hey, that what they did with the Bible, I don't have the clip, but it's in the book of Eli. When a white dude said, if you get that book,
if you get
you can control the world. So they weren't trying to follow no God, but they knew by controlling the Bible, they'll be able to manipulate the whole entire world with the Bible.
Said it was a weapon.
Find that clip. Find that clip, y'all. Let's find that clip real quick for the officer. Part shouldn't be hard to find. Control the world. What's the name of the movie?
Book of Eli.
Book of Eli, Control the World, or Bible, something like that. So while we looking for that, the Bible is a weapon. While we looking for that, y'all got to understand, we are at war right now. The world is at war with the Israelites. Because once you understand is, as we go throughout the show, everything that we do today is on our own understanding. The Bible says, lean not unto thy own understanding. We're going to show you how deep this thing goes. Go ahead, press play. How long is this scene?
42
Okay, perfect. Esau understand the power of this thing.
Not a book.
It's not just a book. There's a reason why they took out 90% of the Old Testament and 50% of the New Testament. There's a reason why they took out Galatians 3 and 28. There's a reason why they don't want you to understand Moses delivered his people from his oppressors. Because it's not just a book. Meanwhile, you black doggone woken people, you say the Bible's a white man book. Y'all are idiots.
I need you to shut the hell up.
Everything in that Bible is for us.
There you go.
So they probably see that, or we could look. You could say that's us. But when we start reading it, we wake up and like, nah, that's talking about us there.
Hey, you know what's crazy about that, officer? That's like they try to take away Deuteronomy 28 from us. It's like, okay, and you can take Deuteronomy 28. How you gonna deal with Luke 1? How you gonna deal with that? How you gonna deal with Matthew 15?
Bring it out.
How you gonna deal with Revelations? How you gonna deal with any book of the Bible because it's all saying the same thing? Christ is written in the volume of the book. And Christ is for us. He ain't for everybody. That's what y'all fail to understand.
Hey, Cat, can you get a script real quick?
Yeah.
Hey, go to 1 Maccabees chapter 2 and read verse 47-48, because what we just watched a while ago, that's biblical. Esau, even in the time of the Greeks, they did the same exact thing. They try to disconnect us by taking the book of the law, right?
There you go.
Hey, read that real quick.
The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 2 and verse 47.
So this is about the Levites, right? Read.
They pursued also after the proud men, and the work prospered in their hand.
Read.
So they recovered the law out of the hand of the Gentiles.
We got back our Bible out of the hands of the heathen and tried to take it away. Read.
And out of the hand of kings.
That's like nowadays your presidents, your politicians. Read.
Neither suffered they the sinner to triumph.
And when we got back the Bible, the sinner got rebuked, right? Now check this out. When we got back the book of the law, jump over to chapter 3 and read verse 43. What was the mindset? Because we just watched it. When Nat Turner understood what the Bible was talking about, he used it to go restore his people, right? That's why the white man don't want us to learn this thing. Read that.
The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 43. They said one to another, let us restore the decayed estate of our people, and let us fight for our people and the sanctuary.
Right. And that's why they don't want us in our hands, because they realize if we get them to really read this book, our days is numbered.
There you go.
And what you saw in the clip was what happened. He prophesied what? Psalms 149? And what happened? Hope came into that Israelite's face.
There you go.
Restore them.
Restore the people. That's what they don't want to see. Go back to the video. The blue laws. We ain't even getting to it. All praises. Press play.
They're called blue laws because, well, that's not clear. Some say it's because Connecticut printed them on blue paper. Others say blue means rigidly moral, as in blue nose. Who knows the reason? But at least there are fewer blue laws now. But the fact they still exist in many places is very wrong, says Reason Magazine editor Catherine Mangu-Ward. Why? Just wait a day.
You know, the idea that there is somehow a law that, you know, by prohibiting me from getting the ingredients for my mimosas on Sunday morning, that's standing between me and a life of sin and degradation, I have to say it's too little too late. I mean, there's really, there's sort of this funny, archaic thing that remains in place.
But for the greater good, if instead of making mimosas Sunday morning, maybe that'll encourage some people to go to church and they'll be better people because of it.
The idea that people shouldn't want to work or buy on a Sunday morning is just as paternalistic and offensive as saying go to church.
Well, it's fine if they don't want to, but to tell them you may not is the big difference. And it's not just liquor; it's also car dealerships are required to close. I mean, 12 states prohibit Sunday liquor sales. We put those names up.
So what we showing y'all is when they first got here, America was built as a what? A Christian nation. Right. One nation under God. But as you see, the seeds of those people, they're like, hey, what the hell is this? What you mean I can't buy and sell? Right. You can't tell me what I can do. I'm an American. I got rights. All this stuff. Right. Like, well, if you read your history, y'all supposed to, and I say supposed to, because we know what it's really built on, rape, robbery, and murder, and then you took the Bible out. But if you read, this is what y'all supposed to be doing. Y'all supposed to be God's people. Right. Y'all put yourself up as the Jews. Right. As Jesus Christ is a white man according to y'all. Right. So why do you have a problem with doing what the book say? Because they ain't the people. Right. They are not, and that's why they rebel at every turn. They're like, man, this is crazy. You can't tell me I can't buy a mimosa. They don't want to be withheld and restrained, restricted by these laws. Give me that in 2nd Ezra about nobody keep the commandments except for us. 2nd Ezra. Yeah, I think it's 3. Yep. That it?
That soul is not upright.
There you go. Start at verse 30.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 3, and verse 30. For I have seen how thou sufferest them sinning, and hast spared the wicked doers, and hast destroyed thy people.
So Ezra saying, man, I see these white people, they are the most evil people upon the face of the earth. Right. Meanwhile, they got freaking Wall Street. They got one of the nicest cities on the face of the earth, Las Vegas. It's called Sin City, Lord. How can you not send an earthquake there? Right. Meanwhile, brothers getting afflicted in Haiti. They ain't got a damn thing.
Damn. Over and over again.
Read.
And hast preserved thine enemies, and hast not signified it.
Right, the Lord ain't signified them yet. Read.
I do not remember how this way may be left. Are they then of Babylon better than they of Sion?
Right. Are these white people better than us, Lord? Right. Read.
Or is there any other people that knoweth thee beside Israel?
Does somebody else know you, Lord? Because it feel like we ain't getting that same protection. Read.
Or what generation hath so believed thy covenants as Jacob?
What other nation has upheld the commandments like us, Lord? Read.
And yet their reward appeareth not.
Read.
And their labor hath no fruit. For I have gone here and there through the heathen.
He said, I don't go all throughout these heathen. I don't been to Mississippi. I don't been to Texas. I don't been to New York. I don't been to California. I don't seen all the heathen. Read.
And I see that they flow in wealth.
And all of them got money, Lord. They got oil money, slave money, church money, whatever. Right. They got it all. Read.
And think not upon thy commandments.
Hold on. And what happened?
And think not upon thy commandments.
And not one of them give a damn about your laws, Lord. Right. Elon Musk don't care about the Bible. Hell Bill no. Gates don't care about the Bible. David Stern don't care about the Bible. Right. Roger Goodell, none of these heathen care about the Bible,
David
Lord.
Stern is dead.
Right.
Oh, for real?
All of them.
Yeah, he been there. He been paid.
All of them. What's the Jerry Jones? All of these Edomites. They got all of these money and all these riches. Yeah. They are not concerned with the keeping of the commandments. The scientists don't care about the Bible. Read.
Weigh thou therefore our wickedness now in the balance, and there's also that dwell in the world.
Read.
And so shall thy name nowhere be found but in Israel.
Read.
Or when was it that they which dwell upon the earth have not sinned in thy sight? Or what people have so kept thy commandments?
What people have kept these laws? Because what we going into the blue laws right here, they tried to keep it to some degree on the wrong day and don't have the right statutes. They tried. Read.
Thou shalt find that Israel by name.
Israel by name have what?
Have kept thy precepts.
Read.
But not the heathen.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
But what?
But not the heathen.
But not the heathen. They ain't kept your commandments, Lord. So what we showing y'all is that's why they go so hard to keep you away from the law.
Right.
Because they know, guess who got a heart to keep it? We do.
That's right.
There's nobody on the face of the earth that has a zeal like we do to keep the commandments.
Hey, Cap, you know what I said? Where it says, but not the heathen.
It's a hell of a gunshot.
Even the so-called Jews, right?
Mm-hmm.
They claim to be the people
There
of
you
God.
go.
And they somewhat on the outward, supposed to be keeping the laws.
Right.
But even when they do it the wrong way.
They do it the wrong way.
They can't even get the menorah right. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, my God, it can't count.
Right, exactly. So even if they try to do it, it's not in them to do it the correct way because
they
they're
gotta
not
corrupt
the people of God. Yeah,
there
it's
you
crazy.
go. They gotta corrupt it. Hey,
Man,
go.
It's like trying to fit a triangle in a circle.
There you go.
Right, it ain't gonna work.
It's that simple. Don't go to the Wikipedia, but go to the whole next one. So skip. Yep. Let's go to shaving. So now we're gonna get into a few of these commandments. Go to Leviticus 18 first, real quick, so we can get into it. So what we're gonna show y'all is a lot of everyday scenarios that we walk into. A lot of things that are accepted social norms that we experience here in America. A lot of these things that are considered societal norms, they don't match up with the Bible.
Right.
Because guess what? The society that we live in is not ordained by God.
Right.
This world ain't measured by God's commandments. It's measured by the world standards. And we're going to show y'all as we go throughout. Leviticus 18, start at verse 1.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 18 and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them,
Read.
I am the Lord your God. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do.
Read that again.
After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do.
So when we were delivered out of Egypt, he told us, don't follow what your oppressor taught you to do. That's what he told you. Like when you read Job 11 and 6, it said the scriptures are double unto thee.
Right.
Guess what? Here in America, we got let free in 1865.
Bring it out.
There's a document called the Emancipation Proclamation, where the good white man Moses, a.k.a. Abraham Lincoln, let us free. I am free. And guess what? Instead of us not learning the way of the heathen, we followed them in every form and facet of life.
Right.
From your name, to your clothing, to your appearance, to your God. And we're going to show you that scripturally today. Go ahead, press play.
Shaving has become a part of the daily routine for hundreds of millions of people around the world, whether it is the daily morning shave for men, the weekly leg shaving for women, or the meticulous plucking, waxing, and laser treating on other parts of the body. The human relationship to body hair is strange, to say the least. To think that we spend thousands of hours over the course of our lives removing hair that inevitably grows back seems like a practice in madness. Yet we are socially trained, in some cases, to keep our faces clear of scruff and our...
You see, he said we are socially trained.
Right.
He didn't say biblically or spiritually, socially. Press play.
bodies as smooth as eggs. The question is, when did humans start shaving, and why is this practice still continued to this day? I'm John, and this is Facts Factory. Although the exact timeline of shaving isn't clear, most experts and found artifacts suggest that shaving has been around since approximately 100,000 BC, when cavemen would eliminate hair from their body by pulling them out.
Go ahead. The earth ain't been around that long. Go ahead, press play.
One at a time, even using rocks or shells like tweezers to speed the process. Fast forward another 70,000 years, an early man has recognized the value of sharpened flint, not only good for striking fire, but also for delicately slicing off hair from the body. The real history of shaving, however, doesn't begin until we reach the Egyptian civilization, where the
shaving starts with the Egyptians, y'all.
Egyptian civilization, huh?
It starts with the Egyptians. Keep pressing play.
Active shaving made its real debut on the world stage. Egyptians had a powerful belief that body hair was a sign of uncleanliness, so both men and women engaged in the complete removal of hair from the body, head to toe. In some cases, caustic ingredients like quicklime and arsenic were used in these primitive depilatory creams and shaving lotions. Early razors also appeared around the time, with the rise in metalworking and mining in many areas of the world. The Egyptian relationship to cleanliness and body hair bordered on the obsessive, and the upper classes often bathed multiple times per day. They would shave their heads completely bald and then design cooling wigs to wear out in public. The fear of uncleanliness was a real concern and may have been the early reason for prehistoric man to shave as well. Body hair provides an ideal environment for lice and other unwanted critters, and can also be a breeding ground for fungal infections, particularly in hot or humid weather. This habit of shaving off one's hair wasn't immediately embraced by the rest of the world, but the Greeks and Romans were eventually won.
Y'all see that? The Greeks and the Romans.
And
then it followed all the way up to who? America. It's the same thing, but it started with the Egyptians. So we're going to stop right there. Give me that in Leviticus. Let's get the law.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 27.
Now, this is what we showing y'all. Remember, we showing you, learn not the way of the heathen. Right. Now, we showed you the origin of shaving. We had a brother the other day. We was at camp. Brother said when he grow his beard, he gets bumps all over his face. It was like, no, brother, you get bumps because you keep shaving it off. Right. You got to let it grow. Yeah, it might have a little irritation because you cutting off your doggone layer of skin.
Right.
Let it have a few bumps, and then you'll be good. Go ahead, read that.
Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
Mm-hmm.
Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh.
Oh, my bad. Read it again. I'm sorry.
Ye shall not round the corners of your head.
Ye shall not round the corners of your head. Talking to what? Balding your head. Shaving it bald. Read.
Neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
Neither shalt thou mar the corner of your beard, meaning to shave your beard off.
Right.
This is an Egyptian custom. This is a Grecian custom. This is a Roman custom. And now it is an American custom. Right. And when you go into it deeper, they want you to be what? They want you to be soft and supple like a woman.
Yep.
They want everybody to look like a woman, like a lady. They don't want you to be a man.
Hey, but you see how they talking about shaving.
Mm-hmm.
When they talked to Methuselah, he said, "Why you didn't trim your beard?"
Right.
So we was walking around like looking like Wolfman Jack.
There you go. Yep.
We trimmed our beard to make it look nice, no matter how long or short it was.
There you go.
So they into shaving, we were trimming and supposed to be look at scriptures.
Right.
There you go.
And you notice how whatever law we keep or whatever law we break for the Israelites, it's always a immediate negative effect behind it.
Right.
Like when you talking about the
bumps.
We shave our face, bumps immediately.
Yep.
White man do it, there's no
Nothing.
problem. They can do it with no problem at all. You know what I'm saying? Pants for our sisters. Disease. You see what I'm saying? All these different things happen to us.
Infections.
Yeah, yeast infections. These things happen to us because we are supposed to be keeping these commandments. But like you said, for the other nations, that judgment ain't as swift on them as it is for us.
It ain't swift.
Hey, I got a question though. That brother, did he have hair on top of his head?
Oh.
No.
He was going bald.
Yeah, he was going bald.
Okay, so when he was going bald, he wasn't catching hair bumps?
Nope.
I wonder why. I wonder why.
So that's the first thing we touch. We touching on the beard. Go to the next video. Next video. All right. So why? Remember, we said everything that we do here is by society norms. Right. Nothing is ordained. Our standard is not the Bible. The Bible ain't even mentioned when you make a decision on anything. Nah. This place ain't governed by nothing but your own thoughts and your own mind. Right. And bigger decisions, you do it governed by what? State law, city law, government law. But your normal living, you like, hey, whatever you want to do what you want. Go ahead, read that.
It says, Kron, do I need to shave my beard, my beard before an interview?
Right. Do I need to shave my beard before an interview? Let's read a little bit of this. Scroll down.
You scroll. It says facial hair for men can be a controversial issue in the workplace. While wearing a beard has become more socially acceptable, you may still wonder whether you should play it safe and shave for an interview. There isn't one answer to that question. You will need to consider the employer, along with the condition of your beard, before making a decision. The case for shaving. Conventional wisdom calls for men to have a clean-shaven face when applying for jobs or during an interview.
Now, I read that for a reason. It says conventional wisdom. That's basically saying common sense. Common sense tell you to shave your face. So, unfortunately, a lot of our brothers and sisters, when we come into the, well, I say brothers. Hopefully, our sisters ain't got no beard.
Some do, some do.
If you do,
y'all can shave.
Shave it off, sister. Shave it off.
Please.
All right,
please,
we know some of y'all got hair. Shave it off.
That happened at the fairgrounds.
Yeah. Anyway, so what it's trying to say is, if you got any common sense, you'll shave your beard off for an interview. But what we want to show y'all is, God says that's not the way to roll. The white man taught you to shave your face. The Egyptian man taught you to shave your face. The Babylonian man taught you to shave your face.
They came out with that term clean cut.
Yep.
We didn't come up with that.
There you
Clean
go.
shave. Yep.
A clean shave. You know what they call it? Afternoon 12 o'clock shadow.
5 o'clock shadow.
5 o'clock shadow. Because the white man beard start growing back by 5 o'clock.
The original Wolfman Jack is the white man.
Yo, it's true. Damn. Yo, when I was in the military, every morning you would have to have a clean shave.
Every morning.
Every single morning. Every Monday morning you'd have to show up with a haircut, but every day you would have to show up in the morning with a shave, and if you didn't, you would get reprimanded for that. And,
there you go.
And sure enough, by 12, 3 o'clock roll around, you would see a lot of Edomites. Their joints would start coming back in.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, hairy man.
Yeah.
Hey, that's true, because even when you look at what they call Mr. Clean, we got a straight bald head and bald, clean shaven face, so called.
Yep. No, that's a good point. Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean.
Next article. So we showing y'all right now, all of this is going off their own understanding. What's the name of this one?
Why being bald is an advantage.
Okay, good. Yeah, press play. So now we're going into the bald head.
I don't have to tell you there's a new fashion amongst men to shave their head entirely. This is a shocking fashion, because now suddenly shaved head is not only beautiful, but it's sexy, sends a message of success. And that's been objectively looked at. An investigator at the University of Pennsylvania Business School did a study of people looking at pictures of people who are bald and non-bald, and they found the bald guys looked more sexier and more efficient and more commanding. Now that's really shocking.
So all of this is based on what? Your own thoughts and your own mind. Go to Proverbs 3 real quick. Because that's why the scripture says the fashion of this world does what?
Passes away.
It passeth away. That's why y'all our treasure gotta be this Bible. That's what you gotta be in line with. You gotta be trying to get right with God. Because all of these fashions, they come and they go. Some people got hair, all that stuff, it goes. But what the standard is what God says. That's what you need to be trying to get in line with. Read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 31.
Whoa. Proverbs 3 and 31. Proverbs 3 and 5, my friend.
Oh, my fault.
You thought you was going there.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding.
And do what?
And lean not into thine own understanding.
So what we've gone through and what we've been showing you is that the fashions of this world, shaving your beard, not shaving your beard.
Right.
We're going to go into diet here in a second. What's good to eat, what's not good to eat. The world leans into their own understanding and what they think is right.
Right.
They don't have anything to govern. Is this good?
Yeah.
Is this bad? What does God say? Should I ask my pastor? You just do whatever you want to do. Do as thou wilt.
Damn.
That's what this country is built upon. You do whatever the hell you want to do and it's fine.
Right.
Nowhere else does it do that. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's hedonism. And in white collar America, they frown upon that so heavy. It's like, me having a beard, I ain't always had this, nice little beard I got. It ain't much, but it's something.
What?
But even this, you get looked down on, especially being black, because most of the CEOs, the bosses, the managers, the supervisors in white collar America, they are older white men and women, and that's what they came up on. Right. You did not have facial hair in them white collar jobs. You did not wear any type of different hairstyle. Anything black is unprofessional to them.
You know why the white man feel like that? Because the black man's making an image of God.
Right, that's right.
That's the problem.
Hey, all the brothers know that got them Caesar haircuts. It come from It comes from a Roman Tiberius Caesar Augustus.
What the hell is this?
Nah, but when you look at his head, it don't look like yours. It's different.
All praises.
You can make out a picture of where it come from. But the Caesar comes from a white man. Just to let y'all know.
He probably stole it from us some way.
Yeah, right. But we ain't trying to hear that, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, bro,
you gotta find it.
I got hair on my head.
Yeah, you ain't got a Caesar. We look at the real Caesar. You ain't got a Caesar. The real Caesar when it's like that ball fade when it comes on up around like that. That's a Caesar.
Okay. Damn. Go ahead, first play.
Because in the history of hair, baldness was either indication of sickness, of religiosity as a monk, or as a subjugation. If you were a prisoner or a slave, often hair was shaved off. That happened when the Africans were taken off from Africa. The slavers took people from the west coast of Africa. Well, the first thing they did was cut off their hair. That was a horrible thing to do because hair, to those people, to all of us, hair sends very important social messages, and removing the hair is just destructive. To be bald is beautiful. It's shocking in terms of the history, but bald is beautiful. And it kind of reflects the whole issue of styles of hair, because styles change. I mean, it'll be that in 50 years from now, bald will be once again not the style. Long hair will be the style. So the styles change. So it depends where you are. So hair sends very important messages.
So take that away. Go to 1 Corinthians about the fashion of this world passeth away. Because this is what I want y'all to understand. Our culture and our laws, they stand the test of time.
That's right.
It ain't gonna look good now. No, fringes look good way back then. They look good today.
That's right.
A beard looked good back then, and it look good today.
Right.
The Most High set us up to be different from everybody else.
Right.
And while they figuring out how to do this and this is cool now, we just steadily rolling.
Right.
That's how the Most High got. It's like a good car. You know, they say what they talk about, a Chevy. You know, you got a good Chevy. You get you a box Chevy from back in the 70s and 60s. It's still rolling.
Right.
It still got value. That's like the Israelites. We still got value. We've been doing the same stuff for decoration for generations.
Right.
Not decoration.
Not
generations. Generation after generation after generation doing the same thing. But all these other nations, they trying to figure it out. They can't.
Right. The scriptures say we've been the salt of the earth.
There you go. Read that.
Right.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 7, and verse 31.
Mm-hmm.
And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away.
That's what I want y'all to understand. The fashion of this world passeth away. Right. And while you trying to follow that, trying to keep up with the Joneses, you're going to realize you in the midst of sin.
Every time.
Trying to marry the white man, sin. Trying to vape, sin. Trying to get an OnlyFans, sin.
Damn.
Trying to go to prom, sin. Let's go. Come on. Press play. What we got next? We got so much content. Hey.
Right. Will Smith, I seen a lot of people. What's going on there?
Yeah, I got a lot of
crabs.
Stuff. Yep. Wow. Press play. You should be asking yourself, what does God say about lobster?
Bring it out.
Did God ever say that this was a delicacy? Is this something that's a prize meat upon the face of the earth?
Right.
Is this something that we should be eating? Because the white man came over here eating it, so it got to be good, right?
Right. Hey, you know what that show you though, Cap?
That's great.
Gad and Ruben is over here wasn't touching that crap.
They wasn't touching it.
They knew it was a cockroach of the sea. They knew it was a cockroach of the sea.
So they said them lobster was tall.
Yeah.
That means, hey, I bet you the ocean was clean back then.
Hey, I was going to touch on that.
The ocean was probably spotless.
Yep.
Go ahead.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever hath fins and scales.
Whatsoever have what?
Whatsoever hath fins and scales.
Read.
In the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
Them shall you eat. Whatever have fins and scales, that is what you can eat. Read.
And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
They shall what?
They shall be an abomination unto you.
They shall be an abomination to you.
Right.
So, lobster from the jump has been unclean.
Right.
It was never supposed to be eaten. But guess what happened? When you follow the ways of this world, you find yourself spending $40 on an abomination.
Right.
You go to Red Lobster.
Right.
You take your wife out, Valentine's Day, you adding sin on top of sin. You like, hey, yeah, let me get that big one right there. You like that one, baby? Yeah.
Don't forget the butter.
Yeah. What you did for your wife for Valentine's Day? You know, got her the lobster. Drop the 100 on the lobster.
Damn.
Meanwhile, God looking at it like, nigga.
Hey, you want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
When I was younger, my family eat that stuff. I was always, for some reason, allergic to it. All praises. And Pops had a bunch of them, and my sister wanted it. I put it in my book bag, right? And went to go bring it to him. My Pops friend was like, yo, why does it smell like you got a dirty girl's drawers in your book bag? I was rolling. That's your lobster.
Damn. And they just flagged us on YouTube for bringing it out.
Yeah,
bro.
man. They cut us on YouTube and
Facebook.
And
still on Facebook?
We on Facebook, but we only got one viewer. That's what it looked like anyway.
Yeah.
How many viewers you got?
I don't see nothing up there.
Yeah, ain't nothing up there.
Dang, they
For
must
that
have
video
cut the
right
show.
there?
Damn, the lobster. They said no, not the lobster. Leave the lobster alone. You can talk about beards. You can talk about anything. Lobster. We make billions off lobsters, nigga.
That is crazy as hell. So they just cut the whole show?
Yeah, they cut the show
For the rest of the time?
No, we own. We own. They just ain't. Go ahead.
And shadow banned us.
What's the next one? What did it say? Shrimp. Yeah, go ahead. Press play. Dang.
Hi, this is Julian from Minute Earth. For $10,000, you could buy 10 brand new laptops, or a subscription to Netflix for nearly 800 years, or a 2018 sedan, or this single freshwater shrimp. I know this because I happen to be a big fan of freshwater shrimp, and I keep a bunch in my aquarium, but not the expensive ones. I only shelled out a few bucks each for mine, which seems like a reasonable cost. After all, they're pretty shrimpy and only live for about 18 months, just like the expensive ones. So what's with the jumbo price tag of that shrimp, or the various other multi-$1,000 freshwater shrimp? Well, it turns out that aquarium shrimp prices are driven by the thing that always drives ridiculously high prices: human behavior and scarcity. People like rare things, and what determines whether an aquarium shrimp is common or rare, and therefore whether it can sell for $10 or $10,000, is how hard it is to breed for its particular layout of pigment cells, which give the shrimp their color and pattern. These cells come in a wide spectrum of colors. In the wild, however...
So, shrimp. Another so-called delicacy.
Right.
If you got shrimp on your plate, you like,
Scrimp.
oh, dang.
Right. Some scrimp.
Scrimps.
Got bubblegum
Meanwhile,
scrimp.
that falls right under Leviticus 11 as well.
All right.
It says, if it don't have fins and scales, it is unclean to you. What are we showing you? Everything that this man esteemed of high quality, of high value, God says it's an abomination.
Calamari too.
Yep.
Supposed to be
Calamari.
You know I got set up with that one day. My auntie talking about something, calamari. I'm like, what the hell is that? She go order it. I was like, yo, this crap tastes nasty. And then she gonna tell me what it. I was pissed. And that thing expensive as hell.
Yep.
Set up.
Yep. So set up, bro.
Set up, bro.
Go to the next one.
Hey, I got a quick testimony about shrimp, man.
Cue the music, cue the music.
Money heist. No, we don't want to hear no more. We want to hear the money heist, people. Find the heist.
Find the money heist, man.
Whatever that music
y'all.
is, man. I want to hear it.
Come on, man. I told y'all a while ago. Money Heist Season 5, the intro music, man. Eliza Carr got it, man. Eliza Carr got it.
Hey,
like the
but
professor
with
with
the
the black
shrimp, though, I was eating shrimp a lot in the world right before the truth. Because
I did too.
I was a pescatarian.
Oh,
What?
Lord.
What's that?
That's a denomination?
No, not Bellatrix.
Not Presbyterian. Not Presbyterian.
Pescatarian.
Pescatarian. So the only meat I would eat was fish.
The intro music.
Right. So I stopped eating it at the restaurant because when I was preparing it for myself one day, you got to take the little poop chute out the top of the shrimp. And I was like, yo, this is a lot of work. I was like, if they mess this up in the restaurant, I'm beating crap. Right. So I would only prepare for myself. But then when I found out about the truth, that was like the first thing to go. That was the first thing to quit. I was done. Done. All praises. All praises.
There we go. Now we got a show going. There we go. There we go. Make sure y'all get that. Make sure y'all get that.
What just happened?
But it's funny you say that because my mama, my mama from Jacksonville. If y'all know anything about Jacksonville, they do seafood like that's what they do because they're right off the waters. She made shrimp all the time. Like I was like,
music, y'all. He playing the story.
They mesmerized.
So the shrimp is a delicacy in Jacksonville. So I'm telling y'all, the Bible without the Bible, we gonna go off. Go ahead, turn it off.
Yo, I've
You gotta
always
respect that person.
I've always had a deep rooted hatred for lobsters, shrimps, all that. I even before I found out about the truth, I've always hated that.
So you saying you was righteous?
Yeah.
That's what he said.
He didn't need the law. He
Just
didn't
a
need the
little
law.
bit.
Hey,
Nah. So
that's crazy.
my mom's told me where it all started.
What's that?
Yeah.
She took me to the seafood market when I was very young.
Testimony today.
And what the hell? That ain't the music.
That's your story music.
Dang.
The Black Kramer.
Y'all crazy.
I was about to tell you my life story about seafood. Man.
I'm still waiting to hear it. Bring it out.
Nah. So it was the smell. It overcame me as a very young person, and it carried out throughout my adulthood. To this day, it don't even matter. I just don't like seafood.
Yep.
I don't.
All praises.
Hey,
So,
go to the next video, man. We hitting the diet. We hit shrimp. We hit lobster. Now let's go to the next delicacy.
Wow, they did you dirty, man.
Yeah.
That wasn't even Kramer.
Go ahead.
What do we got? Oh, God.
Hi, y'all. Some more. I'm glad for you to see me. Boom. Here we go. Cut it up.
Toss it.
That's looking good already, and I haven't even done anything to it. Nice and thick there.
Marbling through it.
It's like a concert. Done. People are wild about it in the restaurant.
People love this dish.
I love pork so much. Come here, pork chop. Pork.
Hey, guys, we're popular again.
Yeah, with mashed potatoes. That is good. I'm guaranteed.
Pork. So they came out with this campaign. I wish Captain Kim Uel was on. He was part of live when this campaign came out. But pork, the other white meat. Play the next commercial. Come on, guys.
New, it's never old, and it's not what you expect. But it's up and coming. It's right in front of you. It's the life of the party, the word on the street. It's in, it's always, and it's about time. It's where we're at, it's what you want, it's on your mind, it's in your mouth, it's pork, and it's catching on. The other white meat. Taste what's next.
So they called it the other white meat.
They called it the life of the party.
Yeah.
It's what's on the street.
Right. So this is what Esau does to brainwash. Hey, that's witchcraft.
Mm-hmm.
Whether y'all want to believe it or not, that is witchcraft to show you to fall, for you to fall into sin. Give me that in Isaiah 66. We're gonna show y'all what's gonna happen
to the white meat. Just for saying that right there.
We're gonna show y'all what's gonna happen for y'all that are eating pork when the Lord returns. And anybody defending not to keep any of these commandments is the devil.
Yeah, that's right.
See these dumb people in the doggone comment section talking crazy.
Hey,
Unbelievable.
Hey, the same brother that's in the comments right now, he got tore up on PSR this morning.
They already. Damn,
he got
I gotta go back
Samuel
and watch
brother.
It. Yeah.
That's who's same.
They already
dude.
roasted him.
Yeah, hey, Cap called him a nigga and everything. He got in on him.
So this guy's on all day, has no life.
So officer, what you telling me is he watches all day.
All day. Has no
This will be a scoff.
Yo,
powerful niggardry at work.
That's exactly what it is, man.
No life.
How do you sit there and hate on a group of people all day long?
I can tell you how.
You ain't got nothing else to do, yo.
It's the life of a chronic masturbator, man. Masturbator.
That's funny, bro. Hey, but
It's
hey,
insane.
Got a call.
Is he calling? Did he get some berries?
Hey, shalom, caller. What's your name? Question or comment? That was him.
Hello.
Hang up.
Caller.
Nah, he hung up. He hung up.
He didn't like the comment, man. I had to bring it up. Truth on him.
Hey, yeah. So anyway, like I was finna say before I was rudely interrupted. To sit there and watch all day and all night is a testament to how many shows we got in IUIC.
That's right.
Set it off on
Because
Sundays.
I can't call into this show because I don't know it exists.
Right.
I want to watch and hate, but I can't because she ain't got no show.
You could just look at a blank TV.
Dang.
That's his show.
That show's in the comment board all day. That's the show.
That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah, it is. Bro.
That's the dude that came to his job. Damn.
Yep.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, unbelievable. Try to get your own brother. Meanwhile, he gonna say nothing to the white man. That's poisoning our people. Right. That's burning down food factories.
Molesting kids.
Molesting kids, giving us white Jesus.
Right.
Meanwhile, you want to get your own brother fired? You the damn devil, man.
That's right.
Wow. Our people, boy, we got some nerves.
Yep.
That's why I'm telling you, when Christ returns, a lot of these people gonna be in for a rude awakening.
They'll get zapped.
Hey, press play on that video, man.
How do you like your steak? According to Longhorn Steakhouse, about 12% of customers ask for theirs to be cooked well done. But if this is you, you might want to think again before having that steak burned to a crisp. Of course, many argue that a steak's temperature is a matter of personal choice. After all, if people like their steaks well done, shouldn't they feel free to order it that way?
Pause.
And it's
I want y'all to hear how they're talking about it. They want to make you feel like you're the dumbest person ever for eating your steak done.
Hell
no. Press play.
Hey, what's crazy about it too is a lot of times when you order your steak well done, they will overcook it.
Yeah, they do it on purpose.
Yeah, to make it seem like you don't really want it that way. Because when it's well done, it still could be juicy.
Right.
But
you gotta know how to cook it.
Yeah. Yep.
Go ahead.
true, the waiter isn't going to tell you that you're wrong if you ask for your steak well done. In most cases, they'll go ahead and make it for you. As one Chicago restaurant owner told The Takeout, "Personally, I think serving bad food is not okay, and that overcooking anything shouldn't be done. Some things are personal preference, and in the case of a basic steak, sure, burn it if the customer prefers that. Some restaurants might try to steer their well-done loving customers in another direction." A Minnesota-based tavern manager told The Takeout, "Our smoked chicken is fantastic, so if we can get somebody into that versus a well-done steak, we'll try to take that opportunity. But just what is wrong with a well-done steak? Well, heating up the interior of the steak too much hardens the muscle fibers and burns off a steak's juices, leaving you with a dry and tasteless hunk of meat. Instead, many chefs will recommend medium rare as the best temperature, since it maintains flavor and keeps those juices from drying out. And while it may not seem like much, the 25-degree temperature difference between medium rare and well-done steak can make all the difference when it comes to how the meat will actually taste. Of course, you might argue that well-done steaks are safer, since it's generally unsafe to eat meat that hasn't been fully cooked.
Pause.
But
you notice you said it's generally unsafe to eat.
Right.
Right. You're gonna go speed past that part.
Right.
But this is just another example of showing y'all how they try to make everything evil good.
Cap, they can't cook. That's the whole point. They can't cook.
Because they don't know how to put seasoning on it.
Nah, man.
You jump from well done to medium rare. You have medium well. You have medium well.
Right.
Like that's not an option.
Hey, I grew up. Hey, our moms make a mean stew beef.
Yep.
And it was not dry.
Yep.
And it was well done.
There you go.
So I know what they're talking about, man.
They don't know how to cook. Exactly. You hit it on the head. You hit it on the head.
That's crazy.
Anything, what scripture with the blood? Can't eat nothing with the blood.
I got it.
17.
The book of
The
book of Leviticus, chapter 17 and verse 11.
So look, hey, I want y'all to understand something, y'all that's watching, you Christians, Elder Samuel, maybe you'll get a precept that you can actually use.
Damn.
Right.
Everything that we going through, you got the world view and then you got the Bible view.
Right.
Read that.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 17 and verse 11. For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it upon the altar to make an atonement for your souls. For it is the blood that make an atonement for your soul. Oh, verse 10, I'm sorry. And whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, that eateth any manner of blood, I will even set my face against that soul that eateth blood.
So we can't eat nothing with the blood in it.
Right.
So a medium rare steak is not lawful. But as you watch this whole video, they make you seem like you the weirdest guy ever. Like
something wrong with you.
Yeah, something. You know, well, if somebody orders it like that, and, you know,
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
and then they said, I want y'all to take note. They said personal preference. We don't have a personal preference. That's what a lot of people don't understand about the Israelites.
Right.
We don't have a say so in what we do.
Right.
We do thus saith the Lord, and that's why they got a problem with us. Because it ain't no swaying us in what we do and what we can and can't do.
Right.
We're not doing this of our own will. This is of the Lord.
That's right.
That's why y'all ain't stopping nothing we doing.
Right.
All right.
Hey.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, can we get Psalms chapter 10? Psalms chapter 10. This kind of going into the whole show, man. But I just want verse 4.
Yeah.
Pretty much going into how they say that this is a Christian nation, right?
Right.
They say, in God we trust. But as we've been proving, all of these different ideas or suggestions have been taught by the so-called white man.
Right.
Everything that they given to us pretty much has gone against everything that God stands for, right? Read what the Bible says, though.
The book of Psalms, chapter 10 and verse 4. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after God.
Right.
God is not in all his thoughts.
It says God is not in all his thoughts. So when it comes down to anything, dress code, the hair, the food, it's just not in them to do what the Bible says.
You on point.
That's crazy.
Finish that video.
But the U.S. Department of Agriculture says it's safe to eat steak at lower temperatures, as opposed to, say, hamburger patties and ground beef, which should generally be cooked well done. That's because there's a chance that bacteria has been mixed into the inside of a burger patty, which generally isn't the case with steak. But it turns out that cooking a steak well done might even be more dangerous than cooking it medium rare. The high temperatures involved in well done cooking can cause a
Y'all see the witchcraft? Now they saying, oh, yeah, you're going to get sick by eating it well done. What?
No,
never heard of that before.
Not me.
This is crazy.
Go ahead. Press play.
a chemical reaction that creates heterocyclic amines, or HCAs. These chemicals have been shown to cause cancer in lab animals, and some studies have shown that people who eat well-done meat over a long period of time have a higher risk of developing certain cancers. There are ways to reduce the amount of HCAs in a well-done steak, but one of them involves microwaving the meat first and then draining the
Anybody know anything about microwaves? That's like the worst thing you can do to. So hold on. First, you're telling me if I cook it well done, I'm gonna get sick. Wow. But if you microwave it first, that's
radiation.
A good, man. Hey, y'all listen to the white man if y'all want to, man.
Evil is necessary.
Right. Exactly.
I've had enough. I've had enough of this. This is too much.
Press play, man.
The hell?
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Press play.
Juices out. And by that point, you might as well be eating a shoe. Obviously, if you don't want to take the sage advice of chefs and order your steak medium rare, that's up to you. But be warned, ordering a well-done steak might allow the chef to get away with some pretty sketchy kitchen practices. On one thread on Reddit, employees or former employees...
You got a call.
All right. Hey, Shalom caller, what's your name? Question, comment, where you calling from? Hey, Shalom caller, what's your name? Question, comment, where you calling from? Caller.
Shalom.
Hey, shalom, shalom. What's your name? Question to comment. Where you calling from?
Hi, Shalom. I'm calling from Gainesville, Georgia, and I just want to say I thank you, mighty man, for bringing out the truth and exposing Esau.
All praise to the Most High.
Quick and straight to the point.
Yes, because Esau is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
That's right.
And I try, and I also want to say I thank you guys because my kids have learned a lot from you guys. I mean, which I did know that pork was bad, but all praise to the Most High for all y'all mighty men from IUIC, and it was a blessing to see Bishop come back.
All praise, all praise. Thank you for watching the show.
Thank you too.
Just want to be heard sometimes.
Press play.
Employees of certain restaurants share their advice on menu items to avoid.
Can we rewind it just a little bit? Because, what they're getting into right now is so ridiculous. Just rewind it just a little bit where they're talking about the Reddit thread because we missed it with the call.
It's up to you, but be warned. Ordering a well-done steak might allow the chef to get away with some pretty sketchy kitchen practices. On one thread on Reddit, employees or former employees of certain restaurants share their advice on menu items to avoid. One comment read, "Never order a steak well done. I guarantee you that the chef will pick the oldest meat from the back of the shelf. You'd be better off ordering a burger." The idea is that if you take an old or tough cut of meat, it'll be far easier to notice its inferiority if it's cooked to a lower temperature. If it's cooked well done, however, it can be pawned off on a customer who doesn't mind that it's been turned into a hockey puck, without them noticing that it was a bit off in the first place.
Ignorance is bliss.
A steak connoisseur, on the other hand, would probably order their steak medium rare and therefore notice that they had been given a bad cut of meat. So there you have it. If you want to stay safe and satisfied, you're better off giving that well-done steak a very wide berth indeed. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus,
hey, so I wanted y'all to see the witchcraft.
That's some devil videos right here.
Hey, that's the witchcraft.
That's some devilish videos, man. That's crazy.
Imagine. Hey, shalom, caller. What's your name? Question, comment. Where you calling from?
Shalom, leadership, brother Benai. I am calling on this behalf. Man, this is nasty. They're eating that bloody meat. Leviticus 7 and 26, because they're gonna go more into it. Read that for me.
Yeah, Leviticus 7 and 26.
Shalom.
Shalom.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 7 and verse 26. Moreover, ye shall eat no manner of blood, whether it be of fowl or of beast, in any of your dwellings.
Y'all see that? So you ain't supposed to eat nothing with the blood. That's what we showing y'all. Hey, y'all know it's crazy. We got to end the show because it's about time. But we got, if y'all saw the group, we got so much more content. We going to keep it rolling next week because we going to get some more stuff. We going to get a part 2 next week. But before we get up out of here, we got to get some shout outs. Want to give a shout out. Hey, IT, y'all was on point today. Give it out. We got Officer Abel. Who else was in there today? Officer Lahad.
Officer Elizakar.
Officer Elizakar.
Soldier Dewey.
Soldier Dewell.
Dewey, man.
Thank you for the security. I appreciate the staff for making up. Officer Anathiah made it back with the precepts. Officer Ezekiel! Officer Micaiah in the building. Officer Yaziel. Officer Michael. We thank you for all the brothers and sisters on the crew. Hopefully we got something to eat today.
Yes, sir.
We got something to eat, yo.
That's right.
We got something to eat.
It's going to be well done.
Well done steaks.
Thank you for the sisters and brothers that helped with that. Hey, and most of all, most important, we thank y'all, the viewers. Without y'all, we couldn't do it. Every week, Sunday at 7 p.m., the Lionz Den radio show. We're going to be right here. Big time shout out to Elder Samuel. You keep giving us more views, and you ain't doing nothing. All praises. You only make us look better. All praise to the Most High. For you and the rest of your haters.
Repent or die.
Right. Hey, and if you want to donate, iuic.orlando@israelunite.org. If you want to donate to the Booster Club, iuic.fundraising@israelunite.org.
That's right.
If you want to join the Booster Club, email us at iuic.fundraising@israelunite.org. With that, we say shalom.
Shalom.
That's a real line.
Definitely the word and a lot of information, especially what's going on the earth right now. So the lineup begins tomorrow morning with Patient Saints and carry it right on to the last show, which is Wisdom Crieth Out outside of Austin.
Wake up to the Patient Saints, go ahead and grab your coffee. This truth is spreading across the globe. Our hidden history's alive with Deacon, take us through them times. Painted black faces right now, you know this not Jesus Christ. Raving the wolves, we prophesying in the fire booth. Bringing more fire, word to Deacon Malachi. You the ending in the Lion's Den. We got the current events, wisdom crying out at 9 o'clock. Come listen, we gon' set it off on Sundays.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.